How China controls Taiwan without war. Welcome to Facts USA and World, the channel where you discover fascinating stories about the world around us. Today we'll explore how China is trying to control Taiwan, not with missiles, but with money. Had economic dependence instead of occupation. At first glance, China and Taiwan look like enemies. One claims the other as a breakaway province. The other insists it's a sovereign nation. But beneath the politics lies a far more complex reality. China is Taiwan's largest trading partner. More than 40% of Taiwan's exports go to China and Hong Kong. Meanwhile, Chinese industries depend heavily on Taiwan's microchips and the AI, world's most advanced, made by TSMC, the global semiconductor giant. It's a relationship of both love and dependence. Without Taiwan, China can't build smartphones, electric cars, or even modern weapons. Without China's massive market, Taiwan would struggle to sustain its growth. In other words, each side holds the other's economy in its hands, money as a weapon. China realized long ago, why fight when you can buy? Instead of tanks, it uses trade, investment, and market access as leverage. When Taiwan's leaders make political statements that anger Beijing, China doesn't send troops, it restricts imports of fruit, wine, or tourism. The result hits just as hard and through the economy. Beijing has built the image of a great neighbor that Taiwan can't afford to lose. Every dollar Taiwan earns is increasingly tied to the mainland. This is modern control, an economic web that's almost impossible to escape. Soft power, culture, and influence. But China goes even further. It doesn't just trade, it tells a story. Through media, movies, education, and cultural exchanges, Beijing spreads one simple message. We are one people, only history divides us. Chinese TV dramas, celebrities, and tourism campaigns all promote that narrative of unity. University exchange programs invite Taiwanese students to see the real China, rich, modern, and powerful. This is what experts call soft power, influence without violence. If people in Taiwan start believing that friendship with China is more profitable than resistance, Beijing wins without firing a single shot. Technology and digital control. In today's digital world, borders are thin. China uses the internet, social media, and business platforms to shape public opinion inside Taiwan. Many Taiwanese companies have already moved part of their production to the mainland, where labor is cheaper and clients are plentiful. Step by step, Taiwan's economy is becoming integrated into China's system. It's a silent takeover, control through convenience, control without conquest. Beijing isn't in a hurry to attack, it can wait. For China, the ultimate victory is when Taiwan chooses cooperation on its own. And when that day comes, Beijing will say, "See, we didn't need war, only patience." That's control without occupation, power through time, trade, and influence. Final thought. China has proven that modern power doesn't come from weapons, but from economics, technology, and information. The world is changing. The winners are no longer those who shoot first, but those who control the markets and the narrative. Can economic dependence be stronger than an army? A comment below. Who's winning today? Tanks or technology? And don't forget to subscribe to Facts USA and World, where you'll learn something new about how our world really works.